Yeah, it's truly invigorating. I'm your host, LAB. We're just going to give you a little rundown of what we're doing. They're having a big argument about the debt ceiling on the news. So as soon as that happens, or even before, because they know it's going to happen, everything's going to shoot up. And then shortly after that, it's going to crash. That's what we're waiting for. I went ahead and bought puts because the market is a little up because it was down so bad in previous trading. AMD moves fast. What I usually do is see what your break-even price is. Once it gets to that point, you're not going to lose your initial investment. Implied volatility, that's like a 94% chance that it's going to go like down to nothing and then come back all the way. It means that like you have a high chance of losing all your money, but a high chance of gaining it all back plus a lot. You got to buy your puts if you're going to do these call options, though. I usually buy a cheap call, and then when the call goes up, buy a put because then the puts are cheaper. All these digits are not cents, they are dollars. 0.20 is $20. That means there's $40 there. $99 of Google. Here's an example where I lost some. I'm waiting to see if it comes back. Invested $26.50. Now there's nothing. If it gets back up to 27, 8, 9, it's got to be $30 by this expiration date for me to get my money back. But once it hits that, everything above that is profit, and these call options are like having 100 shares. You just don't get to keep it after your expiration date. You have to either sell it or buy it, which costs a lot. You have to have thousands because whatever your call is worth, add zeros to that. You got to add 2 zeros to that to get your of what you got to pay to get it. Like that AMD right there, that $20 would be $2,000 that I have to fork out. I went to 19 just now. But and you only get 3 day trades. Look at this. A day trade is buying and selling the exact same one. It has to be the same one. Like, look, I did Upstart last Friday or something. I get 2 more, but it's a rolling 5 days. And it's business days, by the way, if your account's under 25,000. I've really learned a lot. And by the time I lost all the money I had, well, we're back into a bull market, thank God. What's interesting is when I started doing all this, Trump was president, and I lost probably 20 grand. And then Biden got in. Oh, I lost the money when Biden got in. I had made a bunch of money because I didn't know what I was doing and everything was going up. And I'm like, man, this is easy. And then when Biden got in, it was like, yeah, and I realized, wow, that's why you buy puts. This cricket's going to drive me insane. So usually I'll buy a call and hope it goes up right away. Because if you make your expiration far out, it costs so much for these expensive ones. Like this Google would have been so high if I would have bought the expiration further out. But with this situation, if it gets to 126 by the end of the week, which isn't that hard to do, it'll just go crazy. It's only got to make a couple dollars, and then it's like off to the races. Look how much it's going up already. That's what I like about these. You can really pop some real quick. You can make $500 off $20 in a day. Not every time, but if you get a 5 or 10% increase on a pretty good sized stock, it'll happen. I mean, for instance, this was last week. That was for the last month. I've had to spend some of it. Some of it's in this other account too, though. As soon as Meta goes up, I'm going to sell it. That's Facebook. Because, and the reason I'm not going to keep it long, I don't think it's going to get all the way to 300 by that date. It could, though. That's 35 points, though. That's not going to happen. So what you want to do is make a quick buck and get out of ones that you know there's not going to get all the way there. Look at Google. It's getting ready to go crazy. See, I saw it take a nosedive, so I grabbed it because I knew it wasn't just going to keep falling to $100. Well, no, I didn't know because I bought a put. See that $12 put? It lost $7 just in the last hour because the call went back up. I bought the call at like 80 or 90. It went down to 70. So I bought another one because I knew it was going to go straight up after that, which it is. I didn't know, but I had a good idea. So that's $116 times 2 on that Google one. See what I mean? They're not as volatile as AMD. $230, $232. Getting the picture yet? Huh. It's funny though, because I'll be feeding the bulls and water them, and then they get out, and I have to call Dad to get on the tractor to force them back in their pen with corn and grain. And I'm like, well, this must be a sign. It's a bull market today. It ain't always like that, but it is sometimes. See, if this Google goes sky high, like to $500 a call, or even $300 by the end of the day, I'll probably just use one of my day trades because that'll be a lot of gain in one upstart. It's getting ready to go sky high. It only needs to go to, well, $38 by the 21st of July. That's a month away. 2 months. Month and a half. We're out of here, folks. Like and sub, please. I showed the people me drinking my drink. We'll see if anybody subscribes off that silly colonoscopy drink. Uber, I got a put of that. 2 puts, 2 calls. And be careful because they'll usually, when you try to sell one, they'll try to make $1 off of it. Robinhood, that's how they get paid. So that's why you got to make sure there's some profit. This is about to go sky high, though, I have a feeling. But you never want to use all your cash because if things go haywire, even if you have a put, sometimes it doesn't work out because you got to get one that's going to work to offset your call that you lose money on. Assuming that's what happens. But when you're in a market like this, it's almost silly to buy real stocks because I know they're getting ready to crash. Right after this debt ceiling thing, they've been talking about it. It happens every time. Because the market gets so red hot that too many people want to take profit. You know the stock market never goes straight up. It always has this jagged graph. But just to give you an idea, anytime you have 100 shares of anything with a decent size, $100 stock, that be prepared to lose $30 on your call. Like if you're wanting to buy one, let's say for instance Google, you go to trade, view options. If you want to buy, like I did, I bought this 126 call at $80 earlier this morning. Then it went down to 70. I bought the other one. Now it's up to 112. It's $112, not $1.12. So then when it goes up a little bit to protect it and buy your put cheaper, that's when you can do that. See, these puts are a little high on Google because it's down from where it was. But the further out you go on these options, then it starts going way higher. And then if it doesn't do what you think it's going to do, the time decay starts eating it. So it just starts dwindling away. So that means even if it goes up, you better hope it goes up enough to outdo the time decay and get closer to the number that you're trying to get to. Your mark, like a 204 is the mark here. That's what the number is that it's trading at. It's confusing. That's why you always want to go to a paper trading system first where you're not using real dollars. Like Webull has paper trading where you just practice. That's the best thing I can tell you first. I'm about to sell this Meta because it just keeps going down. But I only bought it for $20-some. That's why it was such a high break-even price. I already made money on it, but I think the market's getting ready to go up today and then go down. We'll just watch this a little bit. Let you listen to my cricket. Drink my lime drink. Right, Marsh? This cricket's been driving me nuts, though. I don't like it. You can never tell where they are. We're in a volatile market, folks. Buy your puts. Like, look at this Uber. My puts are going up because the call's going down. $36 call, $32 put. And Uber's only a $37, $8 stock. Look how it's going down. I think people are preparing for what the market's getting ready to do. Meta's going down. I gotta sell it. Sell. See, an AMD, I shouldn't even have bought that because I know what's going on. I just get FOMO. I got FOMO, fear of missing out. I'm a fool because I pout. Oh my God, this thing's gonna drive me nuts. Kitty. Yeah, you, fat boy. Where's your brothers? Huh? All right. Battle cat. Where's your brothers? Don't give me that cute look. Battle cat. Where's your brothers? He answers me every time almost. He's one good kitty. Look at that. I just bought this. It's up $9. You're ready. It's going crazy. I don't get to eat today because I got a colonoscopy on the way. How much of this crappy drink can I drink? It makes me sick. Just think. It's gonna be toilet time. Anybody ever had this much fun taking a colonoscopy drink? Ugh. We're out of here, folks. I'll check back with you, let you know how much money I made or lost. Bye. Like and sub.